My mind is something crazy or stupid that they're trying to get me to do. Well, God said this to me. He says, I'm trying to get you to do something crazy. I'm trying to get you to do something stupid. I'm trying to get you to do something that makes absolutely no sense, but will make a miracle every time. I'm trying to get you to do something that will always make you feel the pain and the burn end of it. But when the pleasure and the end result of it starts yielding the fruit in your life, you look back and you're glad that you obeyed the voice of God. I believe I got tithers in here who can help me preach this and preach it better than I can. That you made the decision one day to obey God, and God kept his word when he dared you to do yours. What's this? What's this? What's this? A dare is a challenge and a proof of courage. When the writer says, I dare you, he says, prove that you've got the courage to be blessed. Anytime you rob God, you're a coward. I didn't say this right here. Y'all got so quiet there. Can I prove it? The opposite of faith is fear. That's right. That means you're scared. It takes faith to tithe, but fear to rob God. Which means a tither has courage, but a robber is a coward.
You better say it, business.
Well, y'all ain't liking me. Let's hear me. Listen. Comes from an old English word, duran, which means to venture, to be courageous, to challenge, and to defy the status quo. Anytime I tithe, I'm adventurous. Anytime I tithe, I'm courageous. Anytime I tithe, I'm defying the status quo, saying I won't settle for being on top of the bottom. I felt the prophetic then, and God told me to tell some consistent tithers who've been faithful, who've been waiting on God to move, that you've gone through your season of barely enough, you've gone through your season of just enough. He said the next season that's about to come in your life is more than enough. As a matter of fact, text your neighbor, tell him it's a good time to treat me right. Because if you want to keep robbing God, I'm going to have to give you some of this more than enough that God is about to give to me. Great. Can I take my time to do this? What's this? So then the lesson suggests that God wants to release a recognizable grace for prosperity upon his people. But this grace will only be for those who will dare to do it his way. Inquiring minds asking the question, I only have one and I'm done, I promise you. What does God dare us to do? I give you the one and we'll finish the other three next time we come together. First thing God dares you to do, please don't miss this. He dares us not to steal his seed. Yeah. That's where it all starts. You can shout about being blessed, but if you still steal the seed, the blessing's not coming to your house. It starts with the obedience of tithes and offerings. It's in the text. Look at this. He asked the question, will a man rob God? Yet you robbed me. Ye say, wherein have you robbed me? In tithes and in offerings. You're cursed with a curse, for you've robbed me, even this whole nation. Now, statistically speaking, here comes some alarming statistics. 29% of adults in church, speaking in tongues, dancing, shouting, wearing crosses, toting Bibles, but even tithing. Which means there's a whopping 71% of y'all that hear this and don't obey this because you don't believe this. Because you let somebody fool you into believing tithing was in the Old Testament. That was a part of the law. You don't have to tithe. No, tithing was before the law. Abraham tithed to Melchizedek in Genesis, and the law did not come until Exodus. Look at the chronology and the years that divide the two. Watch this. God said this to me. He said, tell them if they don't divide, I can't multiply. Hold on. Got me sure even here. Let me see. Listen. Black man, black, take that back. What's this? On them. If they don't divide, I can't multiply. Woodlawn in here. Don't